Hey everyone! I am back for another coffee chat because I liked the last one I did, so I want to keep it up. But my mug, isn't that cute? It wears a sweater. I saw it at Target. I get suckered into stuff like this all the time because I'm like, oh, it's cute. Yeah, it was in the dollar bin for a couple bucks, so I couldn't resist, but I just wanted to show you. So anyways, I wanted to talk this time about Project Life and how I'm going to be approaching it for 2016. So I was watching the Studio Calico channel, and Stephanie Bryan, she does a video every month where she shares her Project Life album. And she kind of inspired this idea of mine. I had already been thinking it, but then I found that channel and saw her videos, and it just totally confirmed that this is what I want to do. She's been taking a different approach to Project Life this year, and every month she makes an album. It's a smaller album. She does totally different formats of it. You know, sometimes she has a small, like 4x4, like Instagram-ish size. Sometimes she does like a, you know, like an 8x8 or whatever. She even worked in Midori insert one month, and I just love how her albums are turning out because she kind of has that style that I really enjoy. She likes all of the little extras and the bits and pieces and things like that, and that's kind of what makes that's the thing that I love about my albums, I guess, are the little extras. And I've been trying to do it a little differently with the current Project Life album that I have going on. Let me just put my coffee down. I've been working in this heavy, massive 12x12 album. This is kind of the way I've always done Project Life. This is my third one. I use the 12x12 size, but I also use different books throughout the year too. Like I'll use like smash books and things like that to throw some pictures in. But as for Project Life, I've always considered the 12x12 size to be, you know, my Project Life album. But I did it differently this time because the last album that I did, it got so super heavy that okay, Nadia loves these books. That's another reason why I'm keeping this up. Nadia loves looking at these. She takes them off the bookshelf herself, and she goes through the struggle of pulling it off the shelf, and I could see her little muscles in her arms like flexing as she's like pulling it because they do get pretty bulky. And the one time she wasn't her fault, it's just that these albums are very big. She pulled it off the shelf, and the rings came open, and there were just pages and bits and pieces of things just everywhere. It took a while for me to put it back together, and I kind of got to thinking that, you know, this is like, I really love these albums, and I love adding in all of the extras, but maybe I should try something different, which is why I did this one, where I made it just very simple. I don't have extra stuff in there. I just have everything in the pockets. No like tags hanging out. This is the only page where I have something extra put in, and that was just because it's a nice thick like chipboard. I don't even know if you can see it. Chipboard card from my birthday. But other than that, I'm just using the pockets. And I don't know. I guess the thing is I love this album, and I think it's turning out beautifully. But I'm a really messy scrapbooker, or documenter, I should say. I like being messy about it. Like, I really like my albums to have all those extra bits and pieces. So I gotta go back to that because that's kind of where my thing is. But I don't want to do 12x12 albums next year. It does fit a great deal. Like, I can get at least 6 months into one of these, but they're just so big. And I also feel like I need to have my layouts be really cohesive. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like the journaling cards need to all be kind of the same. And what if I didn't have enough pictures for, you know, the one day or the one event or something? Then I feel like the 2 pages don't match, and I overthink it. So I'm done overthinking things. And I'm going back to my roots, kind of where I started and why I enjoy, you know, documenting so much. And I'm going to use the stuff that I have because I have been keeping a lot of albums. I have stuff, this is just a tiny corner of my loft that I use as kind of a, you know, craft room and things like that. And I already can see that I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, at least 6, there's a few more in there, albums that I've never actually touched. And it's because I use, you know, I'm just like, well, my Project Life album, that's the big one, so I don't know what I'll use these for, so I'm just gonna hoard them and keep them in these things. I don't want to do that anymore. I want to use what I've got. So I have tons of 6x6 papers in here. So this is just filled with a bunch of paper pads in there that I can make an album with, you know. I have, look at that. I keep things really nice. Actually, it came like that. It was an Amazon warehouse deal. I got this for like $3 or something. I have this 4x4 little Instagram album. I think it's so cute. I love this one so much. And it came with all these journaling cards, and they're adorable too, by the way. And extra stuff, stamps, whatever. And it came in this little kit, and I've never used it, and I want to use it. So I'll be using that next year too for 1 month. Let's see. I have a Snap album here. That's kind of a smaller size that I will like to use another month. But this thing, my gosh, I've had this for so many years. This is an old Heidi Swapp album. I don't even remember what this paper line is. It's so old. But it's like it's an album here with these little tabbed pages. It's cute. I might switch out some of the papers and things, but use that. And then I have this whole drawer full of things. Like here's another Heidi Swapp album from forever ago. I think I got it in the clearance section at Michael's a couple years back. But it's cute. I can use that. My point is I have tons of stuff that I've never really touched, and I don't want to get any more things until I use these. So next year my Project Life is going to be kind of what Stephanie Bryan is doing. And she said it very well. Project Life, it's not about the album you use or anything like that. It's what you make it. And I firmly believe that. It is. It's what you make it. And my heart just lies in getting people to print out their pictures and you know, document their family and things. I hear every day, not every day, I shouldn't say that. I hear at least once a week though, somebody saying that they're kind of upset because, you know, their phone died, or, you know, they lost pictures somehow, or the computer crashed, they didn't have these pictures, you know, printed out. And it's just like, oh gosh, this is why I like people to, or I try to encourage people to print out their photos, because, you know, technology will fail on us, and it's just really, it just feels so much better whenever you get those prints and you stick them in an album. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. I mean, honestly, you could just use a photo album, just one of those old photo albums where you just slide the picture in the slot. Anyone can do it. Because a lot of people say, like, well, I'm not crafty, I'm not creative like you, so, you know, I can't do that. Well, can you use tape? Like, I'm not trying to be rude. Can you use a piece of tape? Because I make these like smash books and things like that, and people like them, but they're like, well, I don't know how to use it. Oh, I'll tell you how to use it. You grab a roll of tape and tape a picture in. Easy. Use a stapler. I know you know how to use a stapler. Staple it in. Ticket stubs, you know, receipts from restaurants that you went on a date with your husband with or something, like, you know, just print out some pictures. And just get them in there, and you're going to feel so much better when inevitably something crashes on you one day, and then, you know, you lose those pictures and you're like, but I got them in an album. Because that's how I feel. I never used to print out all of my pictures. That was just not one of the things on my, you know, list of priorities, but now it is. And the thing that helped me a lot was I got a printer at home that I could use to print out my pictures. And it makes it a lot easier than having to, you know, place a bulk order on Shutterfly, or, you know, just pick them up at, you know, Target or Walmart or whatever. it's like, it does make it a lot easier and faster, and it allows you to be able to kind of do this type of documenting either daily, if that's your thing, if you like to. I used to do that every single day. It was one of my relaxation things at night, was I would get out my smash book and I would print out a picture and I would just, you know, smash it in and just kind of write about the day. Now I kind of do my journals at night, but and kind of leave Project Life for like Sundays or something. But it does help to have a printer at home. So I'll tell you, a lot of people ask what I have. I have a Canon Pixma. It's an MX922. I got it off of Amazon. Actually, I got that one, the first one, off of Amazon, and then it got broken. So I then went to Best Buy and I picked it up, and it was around like $100. I don't get Canon ink. I get some other brand off of Amazon too. I get it in bulk, so it makes it a lot cheaper. It works just fine. I get the Canon 4x6 papers on Amazon as well. Get those in bulk, a lot cheaper. And that's what I do. And I guess it helps me to be able to keep up with it. And I've printed out so many more pictures since I've gotten a printer myself. And that's just kind of how this all started. So, I've already had too much coffee. I can tell I'm just like, rambling. So anyways, my point is that for 2016, I think I'm going to take a monthly approach to Project Life. Switch it up every month, do smaller albums, things that are smaller that Nadia will easily be able to take off a shelf without it just falling apart because it was so heavy. And I'm just gonna kind of enjoy switching it up because I do get bored easily. I don't know if that's just how a lot of people that are crafty, you know, think, like they just like to just jump from one project to the next. I read an article somewhere that was like, it was so perfect. It was like how us creative people think. It like hit the nail on the head. I gotta find it and then share it with you all. But it said that was normal, that, you know, jumping from one project before the next one's finished and stuff. That's just like kind of how our brains work. But I want to just do Project Life differently, so I wanted to share that with you. I will also share some of my pages. I'll continue sharing my pages because I'm going to finish out the year in this one, in this big 12x12. Probably won't have as many in December because I will be using my December daily album, but yeah, that's that. So let me know what you're doing. If you do Project Life, are you going to stay in the 12x12 album? Are you going to switch it up and use a different size? You know, let me know because I like to see what other people are doing too. It's just fun that way. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a good day. Okay, bye.